the previous year's questions. Let me just check and take my another device to see the connectivity. So good evening, namaste, sat sri akal, all my students, you all are here. प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं गेट एग्जाम की. आई होप मेरी आवाज क्लियर है एंड ओके. प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं गेट एग्जाम की. आवाज क्लियर है. ठीक है. So first thing, it's been long time I'm talking about GATE exam, so I must tell you what is the reason behind that. ऐसा in between क्या हुआ कि मैं काफ़ी समय के बाद बात कर रहा हूँ और गेट की बात कर रहा हूँ. I'm talking about GATE exam. See, मेरा एक स्टूडियो एडिटर था हमारा बहुत पहले. तो वो चोरी करके सामान लेके गायब हो गया. That was the time of GATE announcements, GATE admissions, and all of a sudden पुराना होता है ना, कहाँ कहते हैं विश्वास में ही विश का वास होता है. तो था पुराना एम्प्लॉय था, ट्रस्टेड था, बट तब तक ट्रस्टेड था, तब तक उसको मौका नहीं मिला. तो उसने काफ़ी कुछ सामान गैप कर दिया, क्लीन कर दिया. तो वी couldn't फोकस ऑन गेट एंड एट द टाइम वी वर फोकसिंग ऑन नेट ऑल्सो इक्वली. तो हम लोग गेट पे काम नहीं कर पाए, गेट पे ज़्यादा वीडियो नहीं बना पाए, गेट पे हम एडमिशन्स पे ज़्यादा काम नहीं कर पाए, कॉल भी नहीं दे पाया. इनफैक्ट मैंने अपना गेट का फॉर्म भी मिस कर दिया. तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हुई हैं. So maybe this time I won't be able to qualify GATE because I'm not going to appear, I'm not going to be the part of it. So all my students, remember this: all the setbacks or anything that pulls you back, it also gives you a chance to fight back. लड़ने का मौका उसी को मिलता है जिसके सामने टफ चीजें आती हैं. जिंदगी में अगर कभी टफ चीजें नहीं आई तो लड़ने का मौका भी नहीं मिलेगा, और लड़ने का मौका नहीं मिला तो पता ही नहीं चलेगा आप में दम है या नहीं है. तो adversities are good because they actually tell you the truth, the blunt truth. आप खुश हो क्योंकि आपके 200 दोस्त हैं, लेकिन जिस दिन प्रॉब्लम होगी आपको पता चलेगा 200 नहीं है, शायद 2 हैं. तो एडवर्सिटीज बहुत जरूरी हैं. एडवर्सिटीज अगर ना हो तो हमें कभी पता नहीं चलेगा कि हम जिनके साथ रह रहे हैं वो कितने रियल फेसेस हैं, कौन क्या है, कैसे क्या है. प्लस द वन हु हैज अ हैबिट ऑफ ड्राइविंग अ कार, अगर उसने कभी पैदल वॉक करना नहीं सीखा तो जिस दिन एडवर्सिटी आएगी वो शैटर हो जाएगा. So make sure you remember that whatever goes, whatever happens, fight back. Anyway, so you all are here and let's start dealing with some PYQs. So proper PYQs के लिए मैं time लूंगा and we'll go for that. Right now I'm going to teach you about some important point. The first thing is Bloomsbury group. Bloomsbury group. So please put the title. There are 2 questions in GATE exam from Bloomsbury group. So what is Bloomsbury group? What is the question related to Bloomsbury group? And most of the students who are studying in graduation, because GATE is actually for graduation aptitude test in engineering. तो बहुत सारे बच्चों को Bloomsbury का आइडिया नहीं होता है. We're going to talk about Bloomsbury group. So remember this thing. In Bloomsbury group, Bloomsbury is the name of an area. It deals with modern age. Bloomsbury is the name of area. In modern age of English literature, there were some writers. These writers decided to form a group. कुछ writers थे जिन्होंने सोचा हम group बनाएं. These people were Virginia Woolf, her husband Leonard Woolf, J.M. Keynes. इनके मेंबर्स के नाम याद कर लो. J.M. Keynes, E.M. Foster, Roser Fry, Clive Bell, Vanessa Bell. So these people, they were living in the area called Bloomsbury. They were all neighbors. So they used to stay together. They used to talk, take evening walks. The screen is visible. I was just checking if the screen is clearly visible or not. So these people, J.M. Keynes, the famous economist, Virginia Woolf, writer, Leonard Woolf, her writer and publisher, E.M. Foster, writer, Roser Fry, painter, Clive Bell, Vanessa Bell. Vanessa Bell was sister of Virginia Woolf. Clive Bell was also a painter. All these people together, they formed a group. Now, do we have some more writers who can be added here? Yes. One of the famous philosopher that is added here is G. Moore. He's also added here, and Lytton Strachey. Lytton Strachey, Stratchey. He's also writer. Lytton Strachey has written Eminent Victorians. G.M. Moore is also called philosophical father of this group. Now, point to be noted, point to be remembered. This is Bloomsbury Group was the area. What was this? Bloomsbury Group. Bloomsbury was the area first. So this was the name of the area, and the writers living in this area started calling themselves Bloomsbury Group. Now, what kind of group it was? See, most of these writers, painters, thinkers, they would sit together and deal with the modern things. So it was not some proper group of writers. In this group, philosophers, economists, thinkers, painters, they were all involved. Even models. इसमें बहुत सारे और भी characters हैं जो important हैं. Now, point to be noted. Most of these writers, most of these people, those who were writing at this time, they were good. They would get their books published in the magazine called Hogarth Press. So Hogarth Press was a famous printing house, also having a name of the magazine at this time, Hogarth Press. This was the printing house, and it would have a magazine of their own. So first thing, what is Bloomsbury Group? Bloomsbury Group is the group of scholars and intellectuals living in the area of Bloomsbury. They were writers like Virginia Woolf, Lytton Strachey, E.M. Foster, and then there were painters like Roger Fry, Clive Bell. There were models like Vanessa Bell, and some thinkers and economists like J.M. Keynes. So point to be noted, ये याद रखना भूलना नहीं. दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, दूसरा क्वेश्चन आपके गेट में आ चुका है, वो ये है कि अर्ली रेनेसां. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय अर्ली रेनेसां? ये कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस हैं, ये रट्टा मारने वाले क्वेश्चंस नहीं है. व्हाट इज अर्ली रेनेसां? The early Renaissance. So people sometimes make a mistake. They think early Renaissance or Renaissance is Elizabethan. No. See, primarily Renaissance is Elizabethan, no doubt. But when they say early Renaissance, the early Renaissance timing starts from here. 1485 to 1550. Early Renaissance. What is Renaissance? Renaissance is reawakening. Punarjagran. What is Punarjagran? Reawakening. Dobara jagna. Do you have a Renaissance phase in your life? Yes. होता कभी ऐसा, बस बहुत हो गया, इस मंडे से मैं पढ़ाई करूंगा, कल सुबह 5 बजे मैं उठूंगा? Do you often feel like that? That you have wasted your day, in the evening you feel motivated, you have watched my video or some other motivational video, and you feel like that the blood is boiling now, and from tomorrow onwards, it's a promise, 5 a.m. I will be there. ऐसा होता है? That's kind of Renaissance feel. You feel yourself that, okay, I am somebody and I have to do things. Most of the casual motivations end up within 1 and 2 hours. But what if at a particular time, at a particular moment, you have realized the truth and you change yourself and you start working on yourself? कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि आपने अपने आप पे काम करना शुरू कर दिया on a serious mode? That is Renaissance. So England, when the all war ended, remember the first war was 1337 to 1453. What was this war? 100 Years War. 100 Years War. Then, when 1453, the 100-year war ended, another war started by 1455 to 1485. 30 Years War. Also called War of Roses. Those who are registered online batch students, you have read these things. I have taught you all these things, the historical details. 100 Years War between England and France. 30 Years War between House of York and House of Lancaster. Very important point. So technically, the war ends here. देखो कब से war चल रहा है? The war started in 1337. 2 years gap, but again war. So technically, the wars were going on, and the final war ends in 1485. After 1485, England and English people start working on their identities. They realized that enough of this war. Let's find out the identity of the nation. And here they start searching, looking for people, man in search of man. 1492, 1498, 1492, USA, United States of America. At that time, it was America only. Please remember. 1498, India. 1492, America. 1498, India. What? They were discovered. 1492, Columbus, Christopher Columbus. 1492, Christopher Columbus found America. India was found by Vasco da Gama. So Christopher Columbus finds America in 1492 and Vasco da Gama finds India in 1498, which starts the early Renaissance. Man in search of man, man finding a new territory, man feeling that you're not alone. It is said that the feeling these English people had when Christopher Columbus found America and the Red Indians, that feeling can only be attained, felt again the day we will find aliens. जिस दिन हमें एलियन मिलेंगे, the day we find aliens, the feeling, the sense of belongingness that we are not alone in the universe. हमारी बातचीत में फिर इंडिया पाकिस्तान नहीं होगा, इंडिया चाइना नहीं होगा, फिर हम बोलेंगे मार्शियंस कुछ ज्यादा आजकल भाव खा रहे हैं, है ना? तो फिर हम ट्रिप पे भी जाया करेंगे. Same thing happened to English people. They did not know that they are alone. Sorry, they are not alone. The English people at the shore of the Atlantic Ocean, they would think that the sun drowns at the zenith, and if you cross that zenith, you will fall down. So you will fall. If you cross, you go to the horizon, you will fall. Sun is dipping in the sea, it's drowning over there, and there is nobody who lives, and we are the only people chosen by God. But then Columbus said, no, nay, we are not alone. We have Americans, the Red Indians. How many of you know that America itself was the colony of England? So 1492 America, discovery. 1498, discovery of India. This is one of the biggest reason of the early Renaissance. Early Renaissance का बहुत बड़ा reason है. Now, see, the famous people who were the explorers of that time. Francis Drake. Francis Drake. I'll show you something. ये बोर्ड पे मैंने बहुत सारा सीखना है. I still don't know how to use these things. But Francis Walsingham. Okay, this is anyway, this is not Gingham. Okay, पूरा ही चला गया. जाने दो. Let's not experiment. I still have to learn a lot from this board. Francis Walsingham, famous person, famous explorer, Francis Walsingham, also called Spy Master. Richard Huckley, Walter Raleigh. These were the famous explorers, the people who have contributed in the early searches and early discoveries. These are the famous people. Check that out. नाम नोट कर लो इनके, especially Francis Walsingham, the spy master, because he was serving Queen Elizabeth. So in the early Renaissance, they started going for new colonies, new area, and this is the reason it is said that sun in English Empire never sets. Point to be noted. So early Renaissance, ये नाम आ चुके हैं. ये this has been asked in exam. Walsingham has been asked an exam. Walter Raleigh is a writer, the man who introduced tobacco and potato to North America. You will not find these things in normal books or normal market guidebooks. अमेरिका में गुटखा किसने सिखाया था? Walter Raleigh. So the man who introduced tobacco and potato to North America, this man. ओके ये इसको ये कहाँ चला गया? चल वापस आ. इसको यहाँ साइड में कर देता है. चलो. I'm learning. Actually, they wanted me to have a complete training, but I was like, मैं अपने आप सीख लूंगा. I'll find it myself. It's quite visible. Point two. The another important question that has been asked in recent pattern of GATE exam is epic theater. So first of all, you have to remember this thing. It is from German literature, German drama technique, German drama, German theater. The term epic theater was coined by Erwin Piscator. Epic theater coined by Erwin Piscator. Was coined by Erwin Piscator. Point to be noted. What is epic theater? Erwin Piscator is the man who has coined the term. That was the question of your GATE exam. Paper का question था किसने coin किया है? Now, the man who propounded it, developed this theory, the German writer, philosopher Bertolt Brecht. The famous writer, propounder of this theory, Bertolt Brecht. Epic theater, German drama से related है. Epic theater is a term coined by Erwin Piscator, propounded by Bertolt Brecht, who is a famous writer. Bertolt Brecht के बहुत सारे famous work है. Mother Courage, one of the famous work. Mother Courage, Anna Ferling. If you read this writer, you did not know this writer and you're preparing for GATE exam, remember, read the book now. Mother Courage. What to read in this book? What is the name of the lady? Anna Ferling. In this book, there are 3 songs. These songs have been asked in exam. So in my book ko padho, summary padh lo. You can read the summary from Spark Notes and note down those songs and the characters. It has also the background of 30 years war. Now, I'll have to explain this. Okay. Suppose this is also here. Epic theater and German things. Now I will explain what is this. Epic theater simply says that block the emotions. It is based on the idea of alienation. It is based on the idea of alienation. Alienation सुना आपने? What is alienation? Tell me this. Did you ever cry watching the movie? कभी ऐसा हुआ है फिल्म देख रहे हो सिनेमा हॉल में रो रहे हो? मैंने एक मूवी देखी थी जिसमें मूवी वाज बकवास मूवी, वाज अ फ्लॉप मूवी. इसमें गाना है आज दिल है पानी 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 पानी. बकवास मूवी थी. बकवास मूवी. बट देयर इज वन सीन, देयर इज अ बॉय एंड उसकी मदर का कोई सीन है. बॉय इज मिसिंग हिज मदर. सो माय रूममेट, ही वाज वाचिंग द मूवी विद मी. ही स्टार्टेड क्राइंग. आई एम लाइक कम ऑन, तू रो रहा है, यू व्हाई यू क्राइंग? ही गॉट इमोशनल इन दैट बकवास मूवी because of mother. He was missing his mother. So if you're emotional and you're watching something, you get emotionally involved. Do you feel that your blood is boiling when the soldiers in the movie are being brutally killed and you want to take revenge? Yes, the blood boils. It means any judgment of the movie is actually biased because you are emotionally charged, emotionally involved. If you're emotionally charged up, if you're emotionally involved, the first thing that will happen is you won't be able to see the truth. आप अगर किसी को इमोशनली बहुत पसंद करते हो तो आप गलतियां नहीं देखते. इश्क में ले लो. क्या बोलते हैं? वो अच्छा हो तो बेहतर, बुरा हो तो भी मंजूर. वो अच्छा हो तो बेहतर, बुरा हो तो भी मंजूर. जिन्होंने इश्क में ऐबो गुमा देखे नहीं जाते. तो जब प्यार चढ़ता है ना तो क्रिमिनल से प्यार हो जाता है. आपने 90s की मूवी देखी होगी, हीरोइनों को गुंडों से प्यार हो रहा होता था. In short, when you're emotional, you don't see the other side. You don't see the realistic things. Epic theater talks about this. Yes, this is Vineet Pandey's style of teaching. Epic theater says block the emotions to know the real judgment of the critics. Block emotions. Otherwise, you will get emotional judgment, emotional reaction. If your parents are in police, if your parents are judge, every criminal cries in front of them. Every criminal. Sometimes they will try to justify the crime. I am very poor. I have daughters to be married. I have a mother in my hospital. So they come with an emotional story. Sometimes the stories maybe they are true, but what if that policeman or the judge is emotional? Actually, an emotional person. He will be setting everyone free. Okay, okay, you also go. Oh, you murdered two people and you have some emotional story. Okay, you also go. Okay, you have robbed the bank 100 crore because you are very poor. Emotional story. Okay, go. In short, emotions blocking your judgment, and that gives unreliable judgment. So, Erwin Piscator came with the idea of this thing that when the audience are watching the theater or the play performances, first of all, block the emotions. तो सबसे पहले क्या करना है? Emotions को block करना है. Emotions को. अब देखो, you are watching a play performance. You are watching a play, and your emotions must be blocked. How? How is that possible? So he suggests the idea. He gives the idea. The idea is that the actors on the stage constantly talk to you. You are given the script. You are being regularly disturbed. Means after every 5 minute scene, they are talking to you. They are narrating the scene. Now, suppose Shah Rukh Khan, the greatest superstar, he's crying. He's emotional. चक दे इंडिया वाला सीन है. चक दे इंडिया में क्या होता है? They have won the hockey match. Shah Rukh Khan cries, oh my god, and we also cry, है ना? Suppose Shah Rukh Khan, before he cries, he talks to you. Hi, hello, I'm going to cry, okay? They're going to win, I'm going to cry. And then he cries. Will you cry? Or what if the hero is going to sacrifice his life for the country? He's going to be shot right here in the chest at the border. And when he will die, there will be a background patriotic song. And the director comes on stage smoking a cigarette. Hello, audience. So, when we were shooting this thing, I thought that this patriotic song would be good. So, now we are going to play the song, and the hero is going to die. And you see the hero, he's applying cream. And then the scene starts. Will you cry? No, you will not cry, right? Because this is called detachment, defamiliarization. Now you are not familiarized. So you understand that simply you are watching a play and you become a critic. Then you become a critic because you are not emotionally involved. You are not emotionally involved. One of my famous example is a beggar boy that I use. A beggar boy comes and begs you for a coin with his dull face. Looks like that he has not eaten anything. He's hungry. He begs. You get emotional. You're a good man. You're a good woman. You give the money. What if that beggar boy returns you your money and returns and says, hi, I'm not a beggar boy. I come from a rich family. I'm doing an assignment. My role is to behave like a beggar boy. I will see you again the next signal. And the next signal, at the next signal, I'll see you again. There I will meet you again as a beggar. And if you think I'm doing good and my acting skills are good, then only you give me the coin. वो क्या बोलेगा कि देखो मैं भिखारी नहीं हूं, मैं अमीर लड़का हूं, मेरा असाइनमेंट है भिखारी का रोल करना, तो मैं आपको दोबारा मिलूंगा अगले सिग्नल पे, रेड लाइट पे दोबारा मिलूंगा, मैं आपको भिखारी बन के मिलूंगा, पसंद आए तो पैसा देना. You find the same boy at the next signal. The boy comes and says, please give me something, I'm hungry, I've not eaten anything, please, 1 rupiah, 1 rupiah. Now, will you get emotional? Oh my God, this boy is hungry, give the money. Or you will become critic, observing the skills, dialogues, eyes, face. Because the first time you were emotional, so you're ready to get the coin. Second time, you are not emotional. That is epic theater, also used in the Mother Courage. I hope you understood. If you like these kind of examples and you think that, okay, somebody can make literature easy, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Channel subscribe karna mat bhulna. Now, the next point that we have to talk about is literary theory. Okay, I'll just rub it for you. I will just experimenting. इसको clean कर देता हूँ so that we have all the board. Okay, चलो भाई epic theater rest करो. Okay, the next question that we have to deal is with literary theory. So there was a question, the simple question, but most of the people they don't understand this. The question that has been asked in GATE exam, self positioning. What is self positioning? The concept of self positioning is connected. Literary theory, the idea of self positioning, it is connected. This is the part of new historicism. New historicism. See, the most of the things are actually in the reference of self positioning. You are here. Whatever you say, whatever you want to communicate about a society, the first thing is your own identity, your own existence. It's about the perception, it's about the perspective. The point is, when you say something, why do you say that thing? Who are you? What's your situation? What's your position? That is self positioning. For example, this is society. This is society. So everybody has an opinion about society. सब बात करते हैं society की. Society ऐसी है, वैसी है, casteist है, religiously biased है, society में women की respect नहीं है. But when you speak these things, have you ever faced this thing that somebody has questioned your value? Are you out of society or you are here? When I talk about society, so am I out of society, looking at the society, or I am the part of the society? Society is multi-layered. I belong to one particular layer. Let's make it easy. Let's make it easy. This is called self-positioning. पहले तो अपने आप सोचो, समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है? A person who has an opinion about the social structure belongs to the society itself, and before he communicates, he must understand his own self-positioning. Because his views, his ideas, his opinion, his ideology will be totally depending on his own position in the society. Did you understand? इंग्लिश में, अंग्रेजी में. अच्छा दिख रहा है यहाँ से स्क्रीन पे बोर्ड, ग्रीन एंड व्हाइट. समझ में आया? नहीं समझ में आया भाई, नहीं आया. चलो विनीत पांडे स्टाइल. ABC, political party. Political party A, political party B, political party C. Now, if you criticize party B, why people will trust you? Are you the party B member or party A member or C? So if you criticize party B, people will look at you, and before they understand what you want to say, they will check your value, your existence in that social structure, your positioning, and they'll simply say, oh, he belongs to party A, so it is obvious he will criticize party B. देखो पार्टी बी को क्रिटिसाइज कर रहा है तो भैया पार्टी ए ही है. ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट इफ यू डू नॉट बिलोंग टू पार्टी ए? व्हाट इफ यू डोंट बिलोंग टू पार्टी ए? They'll say, okay, then maybe he's belonging to party C. Who hates rich people? Who hates rich people? The rich people themselves? No. Ask a rich man. एक अमीर आदमी से पूछो कि भैया आपकी अमीरी से किसको प्रॉब्लम है? वो कहेगा गरीबों को है जी. अमीर से. ओके, टेल मी दिस. क्या एक शराबी को दूसरे शराबी से प्रॉब्लम है? नहीं. तो हम क्या बोलेंगे? हाँ हाँ, तो यू आर टू डिफरेंट पीपल, सो हैव टू डिफरेंट ओपिनियंस बिकॉज यू आर समवन एल्स. अच्छा, दूसरी चीज. सपोज करो, सपोज करो अ ड्रंकर्ड, सपोज करो A drunkard guides you not to drink. A drunkard guides you not to drink. Will you take that seriously, or you will look at his identity, self positioning, location, and you will not take it seriously because that person himself is a drunkard? Normally you won't take that, right? If a failed man guides you about success, how do you listen? How do you judge? You actually see that if the person is not successful, he cannot guide about success, because we point out that positioning. Who are all feminists? 99.9% feminists are women. So if a girl talks about feminism, people say, oh, we know that you are a girl, so obviously you will speak against men. No, even the men can speak against men. But these are the pointers. और आसान बनाना है, self positioning. Upper caste, lower caste. Who criticizes whom? Or they both criticize each other. Suppose if I want to deliver an honest lecture, and in that honest lecture, somehow I make some remarks on lower caste. Nobody will take me as a teacher. They will say, oh, he belongs to upper caste. He's a Brahmin. Issue बन जाएगा. No, कोई नहीं बोलेगा अरे नहीं, he's a teacher. Maybe he just wants to speak the truth. Every person has issues. Upper caste has a lot of issues. Upper caste has done a lot of crime, right? But the moment you speak, especially when it's religion, so people, if you say something, it will become religious issue. They position you in any social structure. If you come with your understanding, because that's the part of literary theory, in any social structure you are the part of society. So even if you have a discourse of social structure, whatever you speak is always observed, judged, analyzed on the self positioning of yours. समझे? शिक्षा व्यवस्था पे सवाल उठाने वाले दो लोग हो सकते हैं, या तो शिक्षक, टीचर्स जो एजुकेशन का पार्ट है, या वो जो पढ़े लिखे नौकरी नहीं मिली. Suppose you go to Andaman Island, you find tribals. Who? Tribals, first time. You have not seen them, they have not seen you. First time the tribals, they have sticks and they have no language. Who? And they question, what is this Siksha Vyavastha? What is your education system? You'll be like, Are, do you even know about? You'll start positioning them. Point is, अगर तुम किसी को क्रिटिसाइज करोगे तो सबसे पहले बोलेगा हाँ हाँ तेरा तो बनता है. अगर आप बोलोगे किसी के पास कि तूने पैसा वेस्ट किया है, आईफोन खरीदा है, तो वो बोलेगा तेरे पास पैसा तू भी ले ले. जवाब आएगा. द पॉइंट्स, जेलसी नहीं बोलते, हाँ हाँ तो इफ यू आर अ टॉपर और दूसरा हैप्पी नहीं है तो आप सीधा बोलोगे वो टॉपर नहीं है. दिस इज सेल्फ पोजिशनिंग एक्चुअली. इट इन शॉर्ट, तुम इसी समाज का पार्ट हो. सो वट एवर यू स्पीक इट विल ऑलवेज बी कलेक्टेड एंड कंपाइल्ड हियर. नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी सी हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू लाइक. ग्रेट, 93 पीपल लाइक, 93 लाइक्स. अब एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज लिख लो, क्योंकि कल मैं प्रॉपर पेपर सॉल्व करवाऊंगा. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल इंफॉर्मेशन, ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स. गूगल ड्राइव कोर्स बंद होने वाला है. ऑफलाइन बैच क्लासेस, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ये आपके फायदे के लिए फ्रेंड्स. दिस इज फॉर यू, दिस इज फॉर योर बेनिफिट्स. ऑफलाइन बैच आई एम टीचिंग, इट्स बीन मेनी इयर्स, बहुत साल हो गए. सो वी यूज टू गेट दिस मैसेज, सर इज इट पॉसिबल ये वाली क्लासेस मिल जाएंगी क्या? ये वाली क्लासेस ऑफलाइन बैच वाली, जहां पे आप 2.5 घंटे 3 घंटे कंटिन्यू पढ़ाते हो. हम कहते थे नहीं, ऑफलाइन बैच में हम कैमरा नहीं लगा सकते, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. बट देन सिचुएशंस गॉट चेंज, कोविड आया, फिर ऑनलाइन चीजें प्रमोट हो गई. नाउ ऑफलाइन बैचेस में 4K क्वालिटी, हाई लेक्चर के कैमरे लगे हुए हैं विद ऑल प्रॉपर थिंग्स एंड ऑल, राइट. एंड वी आर स्टिल वर्किंग. हम उस पर वर्क कर रहे हैं कि हम एक कस्टमाइज बोर्ड बनवा लें. ये 86 इंच का है, हम इसको 100+ इंच लाना चाह रहे हैं. वी आर टॉकिंग टू द कंपनी, कस्टमाइज हो जाएगा और हाई लेवल हो जाएगा. नाउ so when we introduced Google Drive course in this session only, hardly 15-20 दिन पहले, 1 महीने पहले इंट्रोड्यूस किया है. So obviously to promote it, जो 52,700 का फीस है दिल्ली में फॉर 5 months 6 months, ये कोर्स हमने 35,000 कर दिया एंड हमने 12 मंथ्स कर दिया, डबल आपको टाइम दिया. नाउ व्हाट इज द कोर्स क्वालिटी? पीपल हु आर पेइंग दिस एंड दे आर इन हॉस्टल्स पेइंग 10,000 पर मंथ इन हॉस्टल्स. 60,000 हॉस्टल में, अप्रॉक्स 50,000 ये यहाँ पे, 20-25,000 दिल्ली में और एक्स्ट्रा लग जाता है. यू आर गोइंग टू गेट दिस इन दिस अमाउंट फॉर 1 ईयर. ठीक है, ये प्रमोशन नहीं है, सिर्फ एक सच बता रहा हूं, आप अपने हिसाब से देख लेना, ये आपका चॉइस होगा. अब जो हमारा टारगेट था वो कंप्लीट हो चुका है. जो हमारा टारगेट था, इस टाइम 1200 प्लस स्टूडेंट्स. टारगेट हमारा 500 समथिंग था, ताकि जुलाई में ज्यादा क्राउड हो. लकीली स्टूडेंट्स लाइक्ड इट. बहुत सारे रिन्यूअल बैच स्टूडेंट्स थे जिन्होंने इस तरह के लेक्चर्स में दे वांटेड टू कम बैक. नाउ द टारगेट हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड, सो वी आर गोइंग टू क्लोज द बैच. ये हो सकता है फरवरी 10 या 15 तक हम क्लोज कर देंगे. वी विल नॉट टेक एडमिशंस. नाउ व्हाट्स इंपॉर्टेंट? इंपॉर्टेंट इज, एज दिस बैच हैज बिकम सक्सेसफुल, दिस फीस, इधर द सेम फीस वुड बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड, या तो सेम फीस आ जाएगी, अदरवाइज अभी जो हमारी मीटिंग है उसमें दिस वुड बी द फीस एंड फॉर 6 मंथ्स. यानी आपको फिर आप बोलोगे ना सर हमने सुना था 35,000 है, 1 ईयर है, वो नहीं हो पाएगा. तो ये मैं सिर्फ एज ए टीचर इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रहा हूं. हर कोचिंग सेंटर या जो भी काम कर रहा है, कोई भी नए कोर्सेज होते हैं वो पहले प्रमोट करना चाहते हैं, ऑफर्स देते हैं. हमने भी ऑफर दिया है, प्रमोट किया, हमने हमारी टेक्निकल चीजों पे काम करना शुरू किया. वी आर वर्किंग ऑन अदर थिंग्स आल्सो. अभी हम इस पे भी काम कर रहे हैं कि 2-3 कैमरे एक साथ अटैच कर दें, तो आपको क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स के साथ एक एंगल मिल जाए, जैसे दिव्य कीर्ति सर की क्लासेस हैं. वी आर वर्किंग ऑन इट. ठीक है, तो अभी दिस इज ऑलरेडी सक्सेसफुल. सो इफ यू मिस इट, अगर आपने इसको मिस किया, तो you will not be able to get the offer, and in that case you'll have to go for this. ये आपका प्राइसेस हो जाएगा. दिस इज जस्ट अ सजेशन. जून एग्जाम आ रहा है, 2024 में इलेक्शन है, इलेक्शन चक्कर में वैकेंसीज आएंगी. अभी भी अगर आपको ज्वाइन करना है फास्ट टेस्ट, या तो आप मुझे व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली, व्हाट्सएप में हियर, or you can call my office 88-102-8967. Don't miss it. Once gone, it will be again more costly for you now. Okay, thank you so much, and do subscribe the channel. और एक सीरीज स्टार्ट करने वाला हूं बहुत जल्दी में, जो आपके नए सिलेबस से रिलेटेड अपडेट है. तो डिजिटल ह्यूमैनिटीज, इंग्लिश लिटरेचर, डिजिटल ह्यूमैनिटीज पे मैं सीरीज स्टार्ट करूंगा. सो इफ यू आर सब्सक्राइब टू दिस पर्टिकुलर चैनल, यू विल बी एबल टू गेट इट. थैंक यू सो मच. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. मे गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल.